I'm as American as anything. Listen, this is a very controversial belief of mine. I'm not what you would call a Pan-Africanist. I believe in the brilliance and the greatness of the continent of my origin. But my lineage begins very directly in the southern U.S. So when I think of my ancestors, of course I think about people who I'm connected to through origin thousands and thousands of years ago. But I particularly think of old black people from the South.
Yeah.
The people that raised me, the people that told me the way that the world works, right? So, in that sense, I am inherently and very directly American.
Right.
And I am proud of that. However, America got some work to do.
Okay, but
and so
this is what drives me fucking crazy, man.
America's got some work to do.
Having the whole idea that being critical of something means that you don't love it is an insanely fucking stupid concept. When you have these fucking idiots walking around saying that while wearing a hat that is a direct criticism of the country they claim to love, make America great again, is a critical statement. It is saying America right now is not good. That's what the again and the make is.
Right.
If you, of course, understand the English language, which I'm going to assume because we don't fucking learn other languages in this country. So a make America great again statement is a critical statement. It is being critical of the state of America, saying that we need to make America something different than what it currently is. So the idea that being critical of America means that you don't love it is fucking dumb. If I don't care that something is decaying and dying at all, then I don't love it. If I want something to be better, if it's something decaying bothers me, that means I have an attachment to it.
Yeah, but see, I'm saying something different. I get what you're saying. Those people know that they love America. I'm not sure.
You're not sure if you love America?
Not at all. No, of course not.
So, well, I'm confused.
About what?
Do you love America by default? Do you care about America by default because this is where your lineage starts? Like, what do you mean by you're not sure if you love America?
I'm not sure that I love America. Like, I don't know if that's a thing.
You don't know if you're patriotic.
Well, I want us to win at the Olympics.
Yeah, of course. And this is actually where this conversation originated, because a friend of mine was talking to me about being in Paris for the Olympics, and he was like, I wore this jean jacket with the American flag on the back of it.
Yeah.
And when I put it on, I had to think about it. But then I was like, I'm actually in Paris, and I'm here to root on our American athletes.
Yeah.
And it's the first time in a long time that I've actually felt patriotic.
Sure.
And of course, the Olympics, everything goes out the window. It's fuck everybody, Team USA. But then the Olympics are over and we all go back to clawing each other's eyeballs out. What I am suggesting is that we I'm talking about it now, so it's not a secret anymore, but whatever. We say things out loud and people don't pay attention to them all the time. I think that we should just fake it until we make it. Like, we just start talking about how much we love America. Like, this is our country. We are from here. We contribute to this country. We love everything about America. We love to be able to walk in here and do a podcast and talk on microphones and fucking buy Mountain Dew and do whatever the fuck we want. We love America just like these conservative people love America. The whole movement of this is positioning people who are not on this side of the bill as people that hate America.
Right.
Because there is this criticism, to your point, of things that America needs to be better at. The irony is they're saying the same thing. They just want to change different things than this side wants to change. Everybody is saying they want to change things.
Okay.
But only one side is positioned as anti-American.
Okay. So this is what I would say to that. They know that they love America.
And you're saying you don't know if you love America.
Right. So they're being critical of America. It's two different things. They're being critical of the country because they feel like something is happening to the country that they love.
Right.
What I'm saying is I want to love America, but I don't know if I can. Right? So what I'm saying is They're saying, hey, I love America, therefore I don't want to see America go away. Now, this is what I would say about those people and to those people. The version of America that they love is rooted in a very historic and almost pathological dominance and supremacy.
They don't give a fuck about that.
Right. So the version of America that they love is an America that I can't love. However, it's the real America. So what I would like, my ability to, because remember, I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about people. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about doing it for the flag. Like, I care about the troops because I care about young men and women who have such a sense of honor that they've put their lives on the line for something that they believe in.
Right.
I care about people in communities, black people in communities, but also white people in Appalachia, in McDowell County, West Virginia, in places like Denham Springs, where the poor white trash crackers didn't have shit growing up. I guess it's nice now, but they didn't have shit when I was coming up. I care about people having things, but not because they're American, because they're human beings.
But they're human beings in America.
Doesn't matter to me.
So you would care about those same human beings in China?
Right, but which to me informs my politic. Now, I would say this. I definitely care about my community in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, in South Baton Rouge, in Gardere, then niggas that went to McKinley, then the class of 1998. It can get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller in the level that I care. But I think that human beings are entitled to certain things when they arrive on this planet. And it's my job to make sure that I use my voice to ensure that they have them. And it's not because they're American. It's because they're alive. And so when you ask me whether or not I care about America, let me tell you what my connection to America is. My connection to America really is that my ancestors loved it. Is that they grew up in a time where they put limb and heart and mind in jeopardy to be American. So their sacrifice, like, that is what changed me to the idea of America. Mm-hmm. They are the ones that said, you know what? It is important that we can stand up and be counted. Because, once again, there's a myth. And the myth is that after the niggas went from the plantation to the welfare office, that they said, hey, we are free. Take care of us. That's not what they did. What they did with all of their might was attempt to go and take the American dream.
Right.
They bought land. They bought horses. They tended this land. They ran for office. They did everything that they could. And through contract buying schemes, white terrorism, and conning them, all of their efforts were intentionally destroyed. They wanted America. They wanted it badly. And they suffered and died and fought and burned and got hung and lynched and got raped for it. That I appreciate. I appreciate their sacrifice. But the lessons that I learned from their lives is that America didn't want them. And so to me, it's hard to love something. Lupe Fiasco says, how do you forgive the murderer of your father? Right?
No, I mean, you're not speaking to me. I don't know how I feel about America.
I'm
my trying to convince myself what the fuck all this is for and not bail and go move to fucking Italy.
I get it. But my point is this. If you ask me whether or not I love America, I can say, I'm not sure. But I can also say, I want to. I want to believe that the American ideals that my ancestors fought and died for, that they're possible.
Here's what I'll say. I think the more I learn, the less I like things.
Okay.
The more I learn, the less I'm like, oh, I thought that this was an ideal that was pursuable. I thought this was something that it's not. This social construct existed because of this, and now I've read this book and I realize that it's all bullshit. And the more educated I become, the more hardened I become. And I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen, but that's what's happening. So while I'm pitching this this pro-patriotism thing,
I get it.
yeah, like I think it's more of like just keep telling myself this until it comes to be. Because similarly, my grandfather served 30 years in the Army. He retired a command sergeant major. He served in Vietnam. I wouldn't dare say any of the things that I'm saying in front of this man. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I would be terrified to even question, do you love America? Of course he does. He's spent 30 years of his life and put his life on the line in a foreign country to fight for the ideals of what this country is. And no country is perfect. Like we glamorize other places, and then you have people there telling you like, okay, you guys come here for a vacation. This isn't real life. Everyone has their struggles. I just think when you look at the future of what the future holds, when the gap continues to get wider, and we're pushing the gap wider, and by we I mean society, they're telling us this is what we're doing, and people are still voting against their own interests. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm one person.